This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP, everyone. Today, Danielle and I are going to talk about why we were together physically last weekend. Oh, lovely. It involved bowling, bowling shoes, and a heck of a lot of fun at that. And giggles and giggles all along the way. So CP and bowling, here we go. And no, this is not candlestick bowling, you guys, with the skinny little pins back east. This is bowling, and how Danielle and I both do it is we use, well, the bowling alley provides a ramp, so we don't have to necessarily throw the ball down lane. The ramp is set up at the beginning of the lane, bowling lane, and then we push ball off ramp. And Danielle is much better at bowling than I am. I only do it once a year, and if that. And so Danielle is much better at bowling than I am, and it's it's interesting to see how CP and bowling go together. Although CP and bowling go together, CP and snowboarding go together. And yes, I mentioned snowboarding because it's exercise. And of course, uh, Miss Thing, do you want to tell our listeners about what you're doing again after we talk about bowling?
Oh, yeah.
About what? About Special Olympics, Miss Thing.
Yeah.
About the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but we have to get to bowling. So, anyway, Danielle and I had a blast bowling, mind you. And so, Danielle, do you want to take it away about bowling? And then I'll jump back in if you need me. And then we'll talk about Special Olympics.
I love to bowl with my friends and with a new ball. It was a blast, but the music was too loud.
Yes. 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 So, no, and I was standing right with Danielle, you guys. And of course, we had able-bodied hands at the end, and so the able-bodied hands were trying to help us. We could barely hear each other speak, let alone think, in that bowling alley. And the next time I go bowling, I because of my neurological disability, and because of Danielle's neurological disability, CP, um, when there's too many loud noises, we shut down. We shut down. So by the time I got in the car to go to our next place, which um, wasn't supposed to, wasn't necessarily supposed to happen. It just lined up the way it did. I was so, I sat in a chair, looked, Danielle goes, "Are you okay?" I literally sat in a chair and zoned out. I'm like, I need a minute here to to collect my thoughts to think because the music was so dang loud, and you would think a bowling alley in 2020, you would think a bowling alley. Plus, bowling alleys are dark. Now I have a problem with my eyesight in the dark, so I it was one of those things where we went and celebrated a friend's birthday who is 33, and he loves to bowl. He loves to bowl. Loves it, loves it, loves it. Not strange. Loves it, by the way. And so we have to, we all have to go and please him. And but by the time we all got out of bowling alley, we were all so exhausted and so hungry that oh maybe it was me, I don't know. But we could even think straight. And by the time we got to the next place, which was Max's um, private home, we all pulled ourselves back together enough to celebrate with Max. And then Danielle and I stayed up way too late. My The, sorry about that, you guys. My phone went nuts, and I forgot to put it on do not disturb. Sorry about that. But we stayed up way too late, and this is before Super Bowl Sunday. So of course, Super Bowl Sunday, I was exhausted, exhausted to the point where I didn't leave our house, and so it's like really. Really? You put me out late at night before Super Bowl Sunday? Not not happening. And so, but bowling to Danielle and I is really, 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 really fun. And just eliminate the loud, eliminate the loud music, please. Eliminate the loud music, please. And then you can have fun with us. But we had the fun. We had the fun. Danielle and I got to hang out, not only celebrate our friend's birthday, but see each other, which is always good to see my BFF and flesh and make we're still standing. And then Danielle, do you want to talk about what you're doing here in the next couple weeks? I mean, what you're in the excuse me, what you're in the process of doing again. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, uh, no. uh, uh, Sorry, small bear. Uh, uh, Lippy.
You are going to Colorado State, you guys, for Special Olympics. And Danielle, you're doing a great job. Unfortunately, unfortunately, can I spill the beans a little bit? Unfortunately, Danielle, they Special Olympics of Colorado planned a day at Copper. Copper is about 3 hours away from us, and us being in Aspen, Colorado. And so they planned a day at Copper Mountain. Well, on when that day was supposed to happen on Thursday. Well, on Wednesday night, it
Super mountain.
what?
Super
You don't,
mountain.
you don't. I thought, did you
No,
just say
no. Super.
Cooper Mountain? I
Yeah.
okay. I thought for some weird reason I thought it was on Copper. Never mind. But
No.
but long story short, Mother Mother Nature decided to get in Danielle's way and decided to get in the other Special Olympics way. And so basically, what happened is these guys, these champions, by the way, have stayed up at Snowmass, and then you guys go over to compete with the rest of Special Olympics, Colorado, and yeah, let's hope that. And I am not involved in Special Olympics. Maybe I will be. Maybe I will be in 2020. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what magic I can pull off. But maybe I will be in 2020. I don't know, but I have to get my feet back on the snowboard.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
yes, 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 I have to get my feet back on the snowboard. And now that my life is semi-stable, semi-stable, um, and getting getting closer to being as stable as it can be, um, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to be snowboarding next season. Let's just put it that way, despite what you guys all think, I'm going to be snowboarding next season, and I've made a goal. I've told everyone, I put it out to the universe that I will get back on the board next season, and I've made a goal to get myself back in shape enough to go snowboarding next season. So you never know. Danielle and I may be competing together. Yikes, which is a competition in itself. Two BFFs compete on the on on the snowboards on bike skis. Ay ay ay, that's a competition in itself. So you guys may see a YouTube with me at Special Olympics. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. And so yeah, but I want you guys to know that Special Olympics happens all across the U.S. So the reason why I made you bring it up after the bowling is because Special Olympics is always looking for volunteers. They're always looking for candidates, obviously. I don't know. I believe the headquarters, and I'm going to have to look this up. I believe the headquarters is somewhere in New York. I was about to say Seattle, but the headquarters is in Lake Placid, New York, which is outside New York City. And so, yeah, so Special Olympics is all fun and games, and they have because it's a national thing. They have chapters all across the U.S. So look Special Olympics up, you guys, and also look Challenge Jasmine up, you guys, because that's who Danielle is doing it with, and that's who I snowboard with too. So there's a plug for Challenge Jasmine. And Danielle, do you want to say anything else before we lead everyone out on this crazy adventure called cerebral palsy?
Yeah. To we are the be a helper nothing.
With states.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. With states. So Danielle's crazy. Danielle's crazy. She's always been crazy, you guys. She's always been crazy. Um and if Danielle will let me borrow YouTube today, I will show you. Or better yet, go to her YouTube channel. You can probably see the craziness on her YouTube channel, you guys.
Yeah.
And so Danielle is always crazy. She's always, and I'm a little more laid back, although I because I have to be. I have I have a bad back. People know that, and I Danielle has always been the crazy one of the group, but Max Grange, who we celebrated his 33rd birthday last weekend, he's even crazier than Danielle. He's even crazier than Danielle when it comes to bike skiing. So yeah. So you guys, I think you should look up. Oh, and the reason why I mentioned bowling is because Special Olympics. See, this chaos ties into one another. Special Olympics does do bowling as well. So you guys may want to look up bowling or skiing or snowboarding and figure out how you can get your child involved, or even if child's adult, you can get your kiddo involved in Special Olympics. And I want for those of I know this is a weird tangent, but I want to give a shout out to those of you who um who are on YouTube and can follow Danielle and I, hit the like and subscribe button and do all that. But basically, I want to give a shout out. There's a channel that I follow called Fathering Autism, and Asa and Priscilla are doing amazing, 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 amazing things. And I don't think those guys those guys do have a podcast, AM to PM, and those guys primarily do YouTube. They don't. They have a podcast just as a side gig. They primarily do YouTube, but they're doing amazing things on the autism spectrum. And if you go look at my channel, which if you type in my name to YouTube, Win Schultz, you'll see it on my channel. You'll see featured Frontline Autism, and because those guys are doing such amazing things with the autism community, unfortunately, they're down in Florida. Unfortunately, I won't get to see them when I'm down in Florida, this second trip down, and I didn't get to see it when the first trip down. Don't ask why. And then because I was still in grief mode, that's why. And so and so once I get out of the golden chains of education, I am going to try and I'm going to try and plan meetups for you guys once a year, primarily in the summer, because, and I tell you why, not because I don't love you guys, because I get stuck in the middle of I'm not kidding. The middle of the country, Aspen, Colorado, in the winter, and it's tough to get out of it. It's tough to get out of there, and it's gonna be tough in March to get out of there too. And so I get stuck in Winterland, and not because I don't want to meet you guys and hug you guys, and you guys get to hug me at Podfest. Oh, those of you that are going to be at Podfest get to hug me though. But unfortunately, you don't get to hug Danielle because Danielle, I wasn't not to say that I don't love her too, but I wasn't thinking let's invite Danielle to podcast. I was still in grief mode too. And so I did a god death and then forgot about it. See, this is how I roll. And then yeah, but I want you guys eventually Danielle, eventually you and I are going to have to travel buddies, and
Dude.
we're going, we're people who know me well know that my BFF is my BFF, and people are like, oh boy, oh boy, that's gonna be a huge problem. People are gonna be like, oh boy, that's gonna be a huge problem. No, and no, I'm not done. No, I'm not done with traveling. You people thought I was done with traveling, and even though getting to Orlando last time was a disaster, disaster and a half. We managed to make it. Thank you, Mother Nature, for putting a damp on that one, and we managed to do it. But hopefully, Mother Nature agrees with me this time, and but so we're going to try once I get out of the day job, I'm going to try and set it up where I could travel and meet you guys and have fun with you guys because I think off the in all seriousness, I think off the podcasting mic, um you and this is my personality off the podcast mic too. The giggling, um, let the good times flow personality is off the podcast mic too. So I would think that you guys would love to hug me in the flesh and love to hug Danielle, and it's gonna be a great time. But just let me get out of the day job. Just let me get out of the day job of education, and then we can have all the fun we want, you guys. We can have all the fun we want, and so, but the next move I'm making is Podfest Orlando. I'm making those arrangements on Friday, and then I'm going to do that. And so those of you that will be there. I'm looking forward to it. And those of you that won't, of course, I'll report back both on YouTube and the podcast. But yeah, so that's my next travel gig. And so I I just need to get out of the day job, and then we can have all the fun we want, and include Danielle. And I want you guys to send Danielle good vibes for states on Special Olympics. And as I said, she will put the all the website information to Challenge Aspen and the Special Olympics in the show notes because um, she's doing Danielle herself is doing phenomenal things. But you got to remember, Danielle and I both have CP, and this is why we're doing it. Oh, and to those of you who follow me on Facebook, go check out my latest status, would you please? Go check out my latest status, and you'll see me on a little bit of the soapbox. So don't mind the soapbox. Don't mind the soapbox. And maybe next week when we do language of CP, which will be a bonus episode for Ask Win. Also, I can read you a little bit of my soapbox because yeah, because I was so frustrated yesterday that I had to do a little bit of a soapbox that I like put in the soapbox, but here we go. And so that's the way I roll. I'm passionate about CPS, as you guys can tell. And so I will we'll catch you guys next Sunday, and then we'll catch you guys ask when he's on Friday or definitely on Tuesday with Danielle, but I'll catch you guys. He's on Friday or Saturday, and then you can go follow me on the YouTube. Go follow Danielle and States and do all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you guys later. Bye, you guys.
Bye.